Hi, my name's Ellen from the Spellbound Bead Company, and I'm going to show you how to make a really simple brooch just using a simple bead mix threaded onto wire and then wrapped around a metal oval. Now you can use any colour of beads that you want and any different feature bead on that you like as well. And you can see you can get very different looks depending on looks or themes depending on the colours of the beads that you choose. Today I'm going to show you how to make this night sky one with a black, silver and white bead mix and a silver star focal bead. What we're going to need is some silver wire. I'm using 0.315mm wire. I'm using a silver oval and some of our mini dips. In this case we're using the Metro mini dip, which is a nice mix of grey, black, silver, white, delicas and size 15 seed beads. And we've also got a star for the embellishment at the end and your brooch pin. So first things you need to do is spool off just about 30 centimetres approximately of your silver wire and cut it off. And then just gently wrap the end around your oval just to secure it. And then you're just going to wrap the wire all the way around the oval. And this is just to give the beads something to grip onto, because otherwise when you're adding the beads on after this, if there's a smooth edge to your oval, then there's a tendency they might slide off. So just adding something to a bit of grip. So it doesn't have to be the neatest, it's not really going to show. So just wrap it round. Now we've got to the end. So just take your wire cutter, trim the wire off, and then just wrap the end round. So you can see you've got a bit of wire wrapped around your oval. Once you've done your oval, you're going to spool off about 1.5 meters of wire. I'm just going to use a slightly shorter piece just to show you for the minute. So once you've done that, take the end of your wire and just give it a little twist, because we're going to thread on all the beads onto the wire and you don't want them dropping off the end whilst you're threading them on. So you just give your wire just a little twist in the end, and then what you're going to do is take the other end and just simply start picking up the beads out of your mix. We're going for a random effect, so it doesn't not matter what order that you pick them up in. Just keep picking them up on the end of your wire. Just keep threading them on and then drop them down to the end of your wire. Obviously yours will be 1.5 meters, so you need to keep going for a while. So this is going to just keep threading them on. And your beads may or may not behave themselves, like mine aren't. So as you can see, this bit is the bit that will take some time. So what I want you to do is just thread. You've got 1.5 meters of your wire and just thread about 1 meter's worth of the beads. It's quite an approximation. It does. You might need a bit more, you might need a bit less, but thread on about 1 meter of beads onto your wire, and I'll come back to you. So you've threaded all your beads on. You'll have quite an unwieldy piece of wire, but it's with about 2/3 full of beads. So what you want to do is, first of all, untwist the end of your wire, and then you want to attach this wire onto your oval. So again, just gently wrap the end several times around your oval like that, and then we're going to just crisscross our oval with the beads. So feed your beads down and then just leave a little bit of wire exposed on the edge where you're going to turn around the edge, and then feed some more beads down, crisscross it back across again. So we're just doing this in a sort of random way, try and space out all the crossovers, so all the beads aren't sitting all in the same place. And you're just gradually building up the colour over your oval. Try to remember the narrow edges as well. Very easy to do. Just have to pick out where you're planning to put the other end, and then just keep wrapping around. Just slide some more beads down when you need some more. This one looking a bit bare over this side, so I'll take some over there. Now, once you've got to some sort of partial coverage like this, what we want to do is we're going to attach the brooch pin onto the back. So if you open your brooch pin up, and then we're going to lie it across where the back of our brooch is going to sit. And then just carry on wrapping, but including the brooch pin as we wrap along the back. Make sure it sits in a central position. So just keep wrapping around like that. Try not to get too many of the wraps all in the same place. Fill out any of the gaps. Across the back like that. So I'll slide some more beads down. And just keep wrapping. So you can see how easy this is to do. So it's just a case of finding a gap and wrapping it through, making sure it all stays in place. I don't want to make sure that the beads aren't sitting too close to the clasp at the back actually, so it is actually close. So I'm starting to come to the end of my beads now. That they've threaded on. So we'll just do a couple more wraps, like so. Okay. And then we want to work out where we're going to position our star. So I think I want my star to sit off centre. I could put it in the centre, but I think I'll want it slightly off to the left. Let's pop my brooch down for a second. If I unravel the other end of my wire, and I'm going to see where I want it to sit. It's here. And slide off just the last few beads back off the wire like that. And I'm going to thread my star on. And then so that'll position just here on the front. And then add a few more, thread a few more beads back on. So just on the end. Like that. Then we're going to wrap on a couple of last. So just to finish off, because we're going to add on a few more beads just onto the end here. Just wrap it on across the back of the brooch like so. Then put some more on. Okay, so there's another one little cross across there. I'll take it over to here. And then what you want to do, once you've got enough of your beads threaded on, find yourself a gap around the edge and pass your wire through. Being careful not to wrap around the pin of your brooch pin, and then just wrap the end of your wire through several times. See if I get it through again. There we go. And just another one for luck, just to make sure it's nice and secure. You don't want it to come undone once you're wearing it. So just wrap your wire on, trim the ends off, and then tuck that end inside, like so. And there you've got a little wintertime style brooch, like so.